If you've worked with AI video tools, you've probably run into the same issue. A single shot looks great, but the moment you try to extend the video, change angles, or add dialogue, everything starts to fall apart. Characters shift, audio feels disconnected, and the logic between shots just breaks. That's why this update actually matters. Kling 3.0 is now officially available, and you can already use it directly on Higgsfield.
All heads on the bench, eyes sharp, say less. You want shine, young blood, you gotta earn.
I'll leave all the relevant links in the description, and once you activate the appropriate plan from there, you can generate with Kling 3.0 without worrying about limits while you're testing and experimenting. That's important because this isn't the kind of model you understand in 1 or 2 generations. You really need to iterate with it to see what it can do. What makes Kling 3.0 different is that it's not just an update to the previous version. It's a new generation video model that was built from the ground up around a unified multimodal workflow. Instead of treating text, images, video, and audio as separate pieces that get stitched together later, Kling 3.0 is trained to handle all of them inside a single model. That changes how the results feel immediately. Scenes unfold more naturally, characters stay consistent as the camera moves, dialogue feels intentional, and text inside the video remains readable instead of breaking apart or warping. To actually generate a video with Kling 3.0, the workflow on Higgsfield is very straightforward. From the top navigation bar, you hover over the video section and select it, which brings you directly into the video creation workspace. From there, you choose Kling 3.0 as the model, and you land on this main dashboard where everything happens. On the left side, you have your core controls. You can upload a start frame or an end frame if you want more control, toggle multi-shot, and we'll look at that in a bit more detail in just a moment, turn sound on or off, and add visual elements or references. Right below that, you can set your duration, and with Kling 3.0, you can now generate videos up to 15 seconds, along with choosing your resolution. Once everything is set, you simply hit generate, and Kling 3.0 creates the video inside this single interface without needing to jump between different tools. One of the biggest changes is multi-shot generation, and you can see it clearly reflected in the dashboard itself. When you enable the multi-shot toggle on the left panel, the interface immediately shifts from a single prompt input into a scene-based structure. Instead of describing one clip, you now describe the video shot by shot. Each shot has its own text field, its own duration control, and its own relationship to the shots before and after it. You can define the first scene, then add a second, a third, and continue building the sequence, all within the same generation. Kling 3.0 automatically handles how these shots connect, managing camera transitions, framing changes, and scene flow, so you don't have to manually stitch clips together later. What's important here is that this isn't just multiple clips placed next to each other. The model understands that these shots belong to the same scene, with the same characters and environment, which is why consistency holds up as the camera moves or the perspective changes. This is especially powerful for cinematic or narrative work, because you're no longer thinking in isolated moments, you're shaping a short sequence with intentional pacing and visual continuity directly from the dashboard. Audio is another major shift. Kling 3.0 introduces native audio generation directly inside the model. Dialogue is generated together with the video, with character-level speaking control, multilingual support, and natural lip sync. Because the audio is part of the same generation process, it feels grounded in the scene instead of layered on top afterward. Background sound, tone, and timing all make more sense, especially in dialogue-driven scenes. Element consistency has also been significantly improved. With image-to-video generation, you can lock in main characters, key objects, and visual traits so they stay consistent even during zooms, pans, and camera movement. This addresses one of the longest-standing issues in AI video generation, where faces or objects would subtly change between shots. Kling 3.0 is designed to maintain those elements across the entire sequence. Text rendering is handled at a native level as well. The model can produce clear, structured text for things like signs, subtitles, storefronts, and generated lettering with far less distortion or information loss than earlier models. This makes it much more usable for ads, UI mockups, and any content where readable text actually matters. Alongside the standard model, there's also Kling 3.0 Omni, which focuses on higher reference fidelity, stronger instruction following, and more expressive character performance. Omni introduces enhanced reference handling, improved character element extraction, and more accurate native audio for characters. You can upload or record a short character video to extract visual traits and vocal tone, then use that character consistently across scenes. It also supports multi-image elements with tone control, allowing characters to maintain a consistent audio-visual presence. All of this is available directly inside Higgsfield, where the workflow is designed around creators rather than fragmented tools. Text-to-video, image-to-video, reference-based generation, content modification, and transformation are all handled in one place, using the same underlying video model. Instead of managing separate systems for visuals, audio, and consistency, Kling 3.0 handles them as part of a single unified video architecture. So, to quickly recap, Kling 3.0 isn't just about visual quality. The real difference is how everything works together. Multi-shot storytelling, native audio, character consistency, and longer, more coherent generations all living inside one model. That's what makes this version feel much more usable in a real workflow, especially if you care about narrative, pacing, and performance rather than just a single impressive shot. If you want to try this yourself, I've left all the relevant links in the description. From there, once you activate the appropriate plan, you can generate with Kling 3.0 without worrying about limits, which makes a big difference when you're experimenting and refining ideas. It's one of those tools that really benefits from iteration. If this video was helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you're planning to build with Kling 3.0 or what you'd like me to test next. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.